We are coming out of a reality that has analysed everything to the point of rendering life profane, mundane, feelingless, logical, boring and empty. Where is the reverence, the preciousness, the freshness, the fullness? Where is the fearlessness of knowing and sharing the sacred, the most holy of holy? Amongst the passion, the creativity, the spiritual purpose, and the healing paraphernalia, where is the humility and the reverence? Where is the total unshakable belief in the preciousness of all the simplest, smallest, least prominent, quietest? I know beyond any shadow of doubt that there is a force far, far greater and loftier than I. That I can know the divine in the preciousness and the grandeur of even the smallest. That I cannot debate about it or know it intellectually or even approach when I am in crisis. That I cannot court it by wearing special clothes, jewelry, crystals, or by performing rituals or psychic exercises, aligning chakras or activating grids, and so on and so on. That this force that is everywhere requires me to recognize my place. That my place is the humble one, and its place is not. That I cannot ever touch or control this force from a place of logical mind. And that if my allegiance is to things, to beliefs, to people, then I have to be honest and stop kidding myself that any of it is of any central importance to my divinity. It is the dishonesty in me that prevents my knowing who I am and what I am a part of. And it is dishonesty that prevents my healing. It is not the healing techniques or the candles or herbs and potions or perfumes and incense. It is the dishonesty that does not allow the fact that I do not have enough trust in myself. It is the dishonesty in the affirmations, intentions, prayers and beliefs, in the power of the divine and the sacred. With that belief, there may not be that miracle power at all. That I am not worthy, or that there is something missing in me that prevents grace of source from entering and shining through me unimpeded. Surrender is when you can say, take away what I no longer need in my life. Bring me what I need to do, what I need to serve, anything. But most cannot say that prayer without putting something at the end. But if it humiliates me, I don't want it. We are afraid that a spiritual life will require a humble life. And we equate humble with poor, and poor is powerless. The mind wants to build its place, but soul I am knows my place. Being humble means never leaving the place of my soul presence, the mystical, indescribable place of self. When it comes to surrendering, big, important, significant, and special has to give way to loving union with all that is. Knowing my place and taking home soul essence everywhere I go. Never too tall to bow my head in the presence of the sacred. Because everything is sacred, is precious, is essential for the whole. And when you can bow your head because you know when you are in the presence of the divine, and you know you are completely protected from the feeling that you are going to lose the soul you are to someone else's fear. That no one could ever pierce your trust. And the change in your world and the change in your life comes when you are no longer afraid to follow your prompting because of what others may think of you. When, for example, you are going somewhere with a friend or colleague and prompted to touch some stranger and offer a kind word, and you ignore the mind that says, "What will my companion think?" When you follow your soul call, your connection, your being in presence and source, grace follows. Follows you into the lives of those you touch, and with the truly mystical comes the miracles. And you may not know what happens in the other's life. You may not ever know the miracle healing or transformation that has occurred through your touch. And it does not matter, because in the being is the doing, and the doing is the reward in and of itself. For you know beyond any shadow of doubt that you are in the presence of the sacred, the most holy. And you bow your head in reverence of being in the presence of such infinite holiness. For me it is so beautifully felt when I see someone without any prior thought, and all I want to do is to kneel and wash their feet. I sense the life they are leading, and perhaps the pain they are feeling, and I am moved by the grandeur of their being. Perhaps washing their feet will signal something to them of who they are, but my need for action is how I love being in the presence of divinity, and the ease and comfort I have in the connection. This profound opportunity is everywhere. Being totally in humility requires such bravery, such a magnificent confidence of connection of self to all that is. Who needs a sacred site or temple to feel the utter sacred power of divine presence? It becomes the greatest joy to be daily given the opportunities to touch as an angel the sacred presence of another. and in the reverence that comes with seeing from the point of source and being in the presence of source. I am most deliciously and gratefully humbled. I am most delicious also is the true feeling that in this humility, in the presence of the sacred, in this feeling of disappearance of self-importance, in the presence of another, of invisibility, ego is totally silent, in awe. I am totally present and at one, insignificant and complete. How can feeling so insignificant feel so awesome, so expansive, so inclusive? How absolutely profound. No wonder men and women who know this are called mystics. The truth in the paradox of less is more. I so loved you.